Welcome to our live stream of high school sports. Please note that this broadcast is produced by an independent team of sports enthusiasts, and the views, opinions, and commentary expressed are solely those of the commentators and not representative of the schools, teams, or athletes featured. While we strive for accuracy, occasional errors or misstatements may occur. This stream is intended for entertainment and educational purposes only. Thank you for joining us and enjoy the show.
Yeah, come on, let's go. Hey, you ain't never seen nothing like this. Ain't no telling how it might get. It's the hypest right here. High school sports at its finest. So many highlights, you have to rewind it. Hey, Stream City, let me just remind you. The heart of a lion, the team full of fighters. So many stars on the field, it'll blind you. They're giving everything they got till the time's up. Yeah, legends in the making. History is made. We just getting started. You ain't seen a thing. YSN, gotta know the name. They gon' bring the flames. They gon' do their thing. Take it to another level, don't hold back. High school, got a passion and we show that. Got the drive and you know they got the heart. Number one spot for your high school sports. Let's go for the win. Hey.
There we go. All right, we're safe. I don't know what's going on. Welcome to a Monday here on YSN. It is Cinco de Mayo. Right? Got to do that. Happy 5th of May, Cinco de Mayo, for those of you who are not bilingual like myself. Did you know that?
Are you bilingual now?
I am like quadlingual.
Quad. I'm
not even unolingual. Some may not say that I'm lingual at all.
Unlingual.
I have some magic in up these sleeves that we can pull out. Cinco de Mayo, one of the few Spanish words that I can know and understand.
El Mago is magic. I knew that. El Mago.
Congratulations on all your success. Congratulations. We're proud of you. All the education paying off, paying dividends here on a sports streaming show that you know the word magic in Spanish.
Juntos
Is that high school or college?
Both.
So you learned magic twice.
I had, I learned the word magic. I learned because the Royals had a shortstop from, he was a Spanish-speaking shortstop, and the announcers always called him El Mago. But I did have high school Spanish and college Spanish.
El Duque. I know that one. The Duke.
Are we gonna rattle off the Spanish words we know now? Is that what we're doing?
I took 1 year of Spanish, and the best thing that I got out of that Spanish class in college was a wife who was Chinese descent. So do that math. And I love her. She's the best thing that's ever happened to me in my life, other than our 2 children. And I looked out you want to know the story of love here for DJ Yoakley that everybody tuned in for today? Is that the first day of Spanish class at Westminster? I walk in, I look out the window, and there's this beautiful girl, just like you see on TV, just like the angels are playing harps and
sunlight's hitting her hair just perfectly.
There she was. And I think she worked for the mailroom at Westminster, and there she was out in the quad area, I guess is the what you'd like to say. And I was like, wow, she is beautiful. Like, I would like to meet her one day. And then went to a party, and there she was. And my best line, the greatest pickup line of all time. You ready for this one? Kids, take notes. Hi, how are you? I'm on the baseball team.
Oh, baseball. Got it. Chicks dig athletes. __.
Especially the ones that don't look like them.
Surprising athletes.
Surprising athletes. That is at the top of my resume. Surprising athletes.
Catch them off guard. Whoa.
will certainly catch you off guard in every regard. And yeah, here we are, almost 17 years later of marriage.
It
23
worked.
years? Yeah. We've known each other longer than we haven't at this point in our lives, which is
Whoa,
crazy.
that's wild, right?
Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Hey, Mrs. YSN, love you. Love you. You're the reason we're here today. There's no doubt in anybody's mind. You're the reason we're here. But that is not the reason we are here today. We are here to talk about sports. We're talking about everything that happened this past weekend. We have great interviews for you today. Thomas Easton of Lakeview popped by. He was doing a job shadow of what we do at YSN today. Part of what he's trying to make sure that he's done before he graduates. This kid is awesome, dude. This young man is going places.
Oh, yeah.
He's well-spoken. I mean, you've had the interview to talk to TE before.
Yep.
Great young man. Going to be playing 2 sports in college at Mount Union, football and track. And he is as fast as it gets, man. He is quicker than a hiccup. He can get to the end zone quick, and he's running the 100, the 200, and sometimes the 400, which he's not really excited about. He'll tell you why. But he's a teamer. Hey, he's a teamer. That's what we do.
Whatever it takes.
And that, like, whatever you talk to Seipert all the time on Wednesdays, and a lot of times those coaches are like just trying to find people that'll fill in so they can score points. And Easton's a speedster, so anything more than a 200, you're probably just drawing straws at that point. But he's willing to score points for his team and certainly better himself in the process. And we'll talk to him in a pre-taped interview we just did moments ago in a few minutes. But Anthony, this past weekend, surprise, Mother Nature dumps on it again.
Another one. This is another weekend where we got like a few games scattered here and there. I know you were able to get one in at South Range for the Strikeout Cancer event, but
And
most of the day,
have.
most of the
Probably
day was a
shouldn't
wash.
have.
Probably not.
And if it wasn't for the Strikeout Cancer event, I don't
Probably
think
wouldn't
those
have.
games even take place.
Yeah.
You know, I think they wanted to make sure they got one in if they could. Light rain, and then it got heavier, and then it got heavier, and then it got heavier. And, you know, but here's what I'll tell you about that, and not to be that guy. Obviously an emotional experience, emotional weekend for a lot of the South Range community with what was going on with Donnie Farron, what is going on, continues to go on with the South Range athletic director and assistant softball coach. You know, his benefit yesterday. I know you were there. We were there very early. And then we had to leave for the Curbstone coaches inductee, Steve Leslie, being inducted into the Hall of Fame, and which we will have his entire speech later in the show for you. So don't go anywhere if you missed that. We'll have that for you here towards the end of the show because it's a great one. It's a great one, and which is no surprise to anybody. But back to the Strikeout Cancer event, because that was really it, Ant, right? That was the only show on Saturday because everything else was pretty much waxed.
Mm-hmm.
Columbiana and South Range play. And Columbiana, I mean, you look at it as a 10-4 final, didn't get the entire game in, but it was slow. It was slow to start because, you know, those pitchers, if they can't get grip on that softball, and they're not power pitchers, which South Range doesn't have a quote unquote power pitcher, it's going to cause problems, right? If you're a spinner and you don't have a grip, it's going to be a problem. And it was evident on Saturday because it was tough to get grip on that softball. The rain was coming down, and those softballs are slick as it is. You could see with some of the throws coming from the outfield, once the ball just got a little bit moist, a little bit damp, there it goes. It is just into the stratosphere. There's no controlling it. So glad they got one in for the event. But, 13 strikeouts. We said before the event, we were going to give $10 for every strikeout. There was 13 strikeouts. We donated $130 yesterday to the Shaker Woods Helping Hands, which is the one that's the 501c3 that is helping Donnie and will deliver that package, that bundle of money to Donnie to help with, everything he has moving forward. And we want to thank them very much. Mr. Wilt out there, just killing it, doing everything that he needs to do. And I would like to announce, if I may, that the Shaker Woods Helping Hands will be the charity and organization that for our All-Star games we will be donating towards, because I think they're doing a lot of great things for a lot of great people, especially here locally. And I think it's time that they get their moment in the sun. So I'm sure we'll interview some of the great people from that organization, because I mean, when you're doing stuff like that, you deserve to be recognized. And if they need help, that's why we do what we do with the All-Star games. So exciting stuff.
And then also, 13 combined strikeouts on a day that it was rainy, and it was, like you said, it was hard to get a grip on the ball. That's a pretty good number, all things considering.
Well, Broad was phenomenal. Like, she was dominant. It was hard for South Range to get a bat on the ball, and anytime they did, it wasn't real solid. I want to say there were definitely 2 home runs. I want to say, I think there was just.
I think
2 home runs.
Pleska and Dota both hit home runs,
and they were shots, just shots. But I will say this: the celebration is awesome. The Clipper jet flying into home plate. They both did it. Very, very creative. Big fan. Love it across the board.
The Clippers got some energy. I remember when I was doing a game at South Range, they were playing South Range in a tournament, and someone hit a home run, and then after they were done celebrating, they came right to the camera, and they were like, doing stuff with the camera. I was like, that doesn't always happen. So when teams are like comfortable enough to kind of do that and celebrate it right in front of the camera, that they're having a fun time.
Who has the best celebrations? Is it Fitch?
They used to before it was outlawed. The Sonic Boom. That was fun.
What is that? I mean, I know what the Sonic Boom is, but why is the OHSA just you can't have
they're
fun?
turning into the no fun league. I like the helmet touch sometimes that they like. They'll girl will come home, step on home plate, take off the helmet, and tap it on the on deck girl's helmet.
That's a baseball
helmet touch.
That's a baseball thing. They do that all the time in baseball.
It's kind of like clean. And then I'm trying to think of others that I've seen. I haven't seen any that are like super extravagant. Although I haven't been able to call too many home runs yet this year, unfortunately.
In baseball, I like when it's not even just a home run; it's when they score and they'll go over. This started in college, and it's made its way quickly down to high school. They'll score, they'll go over, and then the entire team's out there, and they boom, like they jump up, they do like the Mark McGuire, Jose Canseco like arm in arm thing, but the entire team will jump up and come down. It's hey, sacrifice flies. They deserve some love too. If you win that game by 1, that sacrifice fly looks real good. Love it.
I like the plate stomp too. Stomping on the plate with authority.
As a catcher, that's a good way to get one in your ear hole. You come and you stomp on the house that Yoakley built, that I protect.
Hey, it's giving me a free base runner. I'll come around and score again.
Yeah, it doesn't feel good, Ant. I know you've never been plunked by a pitch,
feel good.
But hey, if you're willing to line up, it's content. I'll line you up.
Let's do it.
If you want to stomp on the plate, I'll bean you.
Well, I won't be doing much stomping, but maybe I can like dump my wheelchair up.
You're lucky you'll go backwards.
Yeah, probably. I'm still trying to work my arm out to throw more than 40 miles an hour. So throw more than 30 to 40. No, we said 40 to 50. I don't remember. Somewhere in that gap. I'm trying to throw as fast as I can. We'll get into athletics. We'll see how fast I can throw.
It ain't 40. I'll tell you that. There's no way.
We'll see. I try.
There's no way. I've seen you throw. There's no way. It'll be like the one guy that used to work for us that tried to dunk.
And he also claimed that he can hit a home run over the building across the street.
Wiffle ball. Wiffle ball, which was about, the building was about 6 stories high.
And then he kept trying to work around. He's like, well, can I put rubber bands around the back? Can I put water
What
in
about
the?
duct tape?
No. You can't start making parameters.
At some point, you're not going to be able to hit this ball. Like you're going to hit it, and it's going to break whatever you're swinging at. Wiffle ball bat is going to snap in half. But no, and I can't wait because we're going to tape that up. If you throw over 40, I'm not even sure. Like, maybe I'll put you up against Z. See who can throw harder. You versus 7-year-old. Who can?
Man,
who
I
has
hope
better
I
velo?
can do that.
Z's got a cannon.
I know he does. I've seen it.
Yeah, I got a call from the Pirates the other day. They're calling him up.
They scouted them on that game on Friday.
Hey, he's 11 for 12 on the year.
There
Okay,
you go.
and
Pitchers,
just an
the
absolute
pitchers
golden
throwing
elbow.
gas, man, too.
Like he's got the Rowan Gardner laser. All right, let's get to this interview. The two of us can shut up because there wasn't a whole lot happening over the course of the weekend. We have Aubrey Evans coming up at 12:30 as well, so looking forward to that. Recitar's on board. I don't know what that is. Is that a book? What is that?
I can't tell. That's tiny.
That is deep in the emoji category. Yeah, I don't know. Scotty's having a weekend. Let's get to this interview with Thomas Easton, the Lakeview tailback, as well as the 100, 200, and 400 runner that we did right before the show. I want to thank him for, again, stopping by today. He's looking to get into sports media as well as sports business. Looking forward to seeing all his success at Mount Union. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Thomas Easton. Come in, ladies and gentlemen. We are absolutely excited to be joined by one of the area's top running backs of 2024. And I'll tell you what, pretty fast dude on the track as well. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Thomas Easton of Lakeview. What's up, buddy?
Not much. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing well. It's kind of an awkward situation because you're staring into a camera and I'm 3 feet away from you here. You're here today. You're going to Mount Union, looking to be in sports business and sports media. Talk to me about, you're shadowing today. Have you learned anything yet? I know you learned how to swear a little bit, probably, in some of these conversations that I've been here on a Monday morning. But for you, what brings you in today, and ultimately, what keeps you excited about what you're about to venture into following a nice summer break?
Well, I'm here because, like you just mentioned, I'm here job shadowing because I'm going to school for sports media because I want to be a broadcaster one day, and our school requires job shadowing. And today, so far, I've learned is like you said, since a Monday, not much happened this weekend. It's like more of a playing catch up, just going over stuff that happened in the past. Like you said, that's how Mondays will go, and then also pretty much about dealing with people and the business aspect of this job and stuff like that. So yeah. So that's what I've learned so far.
Poor Thomas catches us on a weekend that has all kinds of rainouts and things of that nature. So he learned how we do stories here, how we do player profiles, coaches corners, things of that nature. Sat in on an interview for another station that we had, but ultimately it's been great conversation, great back and forth about ultimately what he wants to do here as he leaves Lakeview High School. But as we were catching up this for the weekend, you, my friend, one of the fastest human beings I've ever met on a football field and or a track. You were a great running back. I mean, when you came in here, I was like, dude, you were one of the fastest people I saw all year long. You struck the fear of God into a lot of defenses, certainly this past year. But on the track, you're right in the midst of it. You're right in the heart of track season. What has been some of the highlights of your senior year, either from football or from track, and what do you think you still have kind of left on the bone?
Well, I mean, obviously from the last year, we had a great season, went to the playoffs, tied the school record in touchdowns, stuff like that. But this year in track, I mean, it's been a roller coaster. I mean, dealing with injuries, coming out the last game of football, I sprained my ankle up. I had a sports hernia, my groin, so I'm just dealing with some stuff, but I'm pushing through it. And I broke the school record in the 200 last year, and I'm looking to try to break it make it harder to get broken again as this year goes on. So we got the Trumbull County meet tomorrow. I'm excited for that. We got a really good relay team we went to state last year. Plan on doubling down on that and making it to finals this year. So I'm just really excited about that kind of stuff.
Do you ever have people asking you, would you rather do track or football? And
Yes, all
what's
the time.
what's your answer?
Football, no doubt. I mean, that's just what I love to do. It feels like, I mean, track, I mean, I'm all nervous before races, stuff like that. When it comes to football, I mean, I just don't feel anything. I just feel like it's just so much more natural to me.
So you get nervous before track
Oh
meets?
yeah, it's a crazy feel. It's like I'm like shaky. I got this weird feeling in my chest and my stomach. I don't like it. I mean, as you're racing, it's like every thought in your body goes away, or in your mind, excuse me. But like, no, during football, I just don't feel anything. I'm kind of just there playing.
So it's not one of those situations where like that first hit, the first clack of the pads, kind of gets you in the zone. Like, is it, you know, when you're on the track, like when that gun goes off, do you find yourself in the zone, or are you
Yeah.
still kind of nervous?
Yeah, it just really depends on the race, to be honest. So I mean, sometimes they'll throw me in the 400. So as the race goes on, I start thinking more like, man, I don't want to do this. But I mean, in the 100 200, it's like I'm in the zone where I'm just so locked in on force I'm running and just trying to win and compete.
Walk me through, you know, when coach comes up to you, you're so used to the short distances and fast speeds. He goes, Thomas, we need you for the 400. Like, you're a team guy,
Yeah,
but you also don't like doing long distance runnings. And listen,
Yeah.
anything over 200 is a long distance to me.
I agree. Yeah, but so I mean, the feeling I get is obviously just kind of like, man. But I mean, when I go out there and do it, it's like it's really not that bad as it sounds. I mean, it's really just a mindset kind of thing. And once you get going, it's like if you really want to do it, you just push yourself. It's really not bad as long as you just got to keep that strong mindset throughout the race.
Do you have any, I don't know, like is there certain food you eat before races or anything like that, or certain tendencies that you have?
To be honest, if I ate a normal meal before a race, I probably wouldn't be able to run the race. So to me, I'm always told to carb up. So I mean, this probably isn't the best thing to do, but I eat mac and cheese the day before and the day of, which is probably not the
Oh
smartest thing.
boy,
I'm extremely picky though, so I just try to find some with carbs in it. But
yeah, you told me about your
Yeah.
pickiness of
Yeah.
food. So what are some of the? Give me your top 5 food choices.
all right, top 5, like places or just food in general.
Doesn't matter.
All right, well, I mean, number 1 for me has got to be pizza.
Pizza.
Yeah,
What do you put on your pizza?
I'm really playing. I just like pepperoni.
Just pepperoni
Yeah.
pizza. Okay. Are you a thin crust guy or?
I
thick
like
crust?
stuffed crust.
Stuffed crust. All
Yeah.
right, I'm on that train.
Yeah, and then I gotta go Chipotle burrito.
Okay.
I love Chipotle.
But a straight burrito, not the burrito bowl.
Nope, just a regular burrito.
Burrito.
Yeah. I get
you,
like,
you stuff that thing?
oh yeah, it's like $24.
Brown rice or white rice?
I get white rice. I used to get brown rice, but I was told white rice is healthy. I don't know how true it is. Didn't look it up, do any research, but I just went with the flow. trusted the person's word. So yeah, I get.
Who did you ask? The person at Chipotle?
No, one of my friends told me in the line, so I just trusted him.
White rice is more healthy than brown rice?
I have no idea if it's true or not.
I think somebody's barking up a tree, buddy.
Probably.
All right, what else is on there?
On my burrito,
Yeah.
I get. It's really plain, but I just get a lot. I get double chicken, double queso, and cheese.
No
But
no guac.
no, I'm not the biggest fan of guac. to
Not a
be honest
guac
with you.
guy. Okay.
Yeah, it's just really expensive because I get a double a lot of everything.
No
so.
salsa?
Mm-mm.
Really?
Just plain chicken, rice, and queso.
Well, given you know, and I don't want to spoil the rest of 3 through 5, but you told me what grilled cheese
Yeah,
and what was the other thing that you're looking forward to?
McDonald's.
McDonald's. I'm not shocked that it's real plain Jane on your burrito. All right, number 3.
All right, well, we already just said it. McDonald's. I mean, I get a pretty basic order. I mean, I started using the app. I got a little bit too many points, but
Happy Meal.
no, I get this bundle. It's 20 piece and 2 large fries for $10.99. I know.
Jeez Louise.
I know. It's a little bit too much food, but
That's a lot of food.
sometimes I can't help myself.
All right, you're a nugget guy.
Yeah. I
What's
am.
the dipping sauce?
Either sweet and sour or ketchup.
Okay. Ketchup?
Yeah, I'm a pretty plain guy. I know.
Whew.
I know.
Wow. You are like a 5-year-old in
Yeah,
a man's body.
Trust me, I get that a lot.
Goodness gracious. All right, on to number 4.
Pierogies.
Pierogies.
Yeah.
You got a little Yinzer? A little Yinzer in you? Okay, a little Pennsylvania in you. All right.
Yep.
What's the best pierogi? Just the regular ones?
Yeah. That's probably my favorite, just the original.
Just the potato
Yep.
in there, mashed potatoes
Yep.
in there. All right, there's 4.
And you already said it, grilled cheese. Grilled cheese is awesome. I love it so much. It's pretty basic though, but
Do you make your own grilled cheese?
sometimes my mom make it for me. You know who has really good grilled cheese? Five Guys. It's really
Five
expensive though,
Guys.
but it has good grilled cheese. Yeah.
And that doesn't make any sense to me. Nothing against Five Guys, but to have grilled cheese, it's bread and cheese.
Yeah.
That's it, and butter, I guess.
I don't know how they make it, but they make it really good.
So Five Guys, is it like a thick grilled cheese?
Yeah, it is.
It is. Okay.
Mhm.
And there's a lot of cheese in it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we might have to try it.
Shit.
Grilled cheese number 1 on my son's radar.
Okay.
Number 1. So I'm going to have to let him know. Because, like, a burger there's like $35.
Oh, I know. It's insane.
So I can only imagine what grilled
Yeah.
cheese is. All right. Talked about the food. What are some of the other things that you have to do before a contest, whether it be football or track?
I think a thing I do a lot, like the night before, especially during football games. I'm not going to do it when I go to college, but me and my mom would always take like a walk later on in the day,
Yeah.
just to like talk about everything, get my mind off of it, so I'm not just like stressing about it. But and then also like I think right before every game I have to pray, and the night before too. I just have to pray and just ask, to just not like let my body be safe, keep everyone on the field safe, stuff like that. So yeah.
Those walks, I mean, those have got to be special. Not
Mhm.
just now, but down the road.
Yeah.
You'll be able to look back at those. How meaningful are they to you? And you know, what are some of the things, if you don't mind, that you and your mom talk about that you know, from a mental health standpoint, kind of frees you up to do what you want to do?
Well, so it's really meaningful just because, like, I know, like, I'm really busy now. I got a job, track, and stuff like that. So I don't get to, like, spend crazy amount of time with my mom. So it would always give me, like, some free time with my mom, which is obviously something that means a lot to me, and I'm sure it means a lot to a lot of other people. But those things we talk about a lot of random stuff, just, like, so we walk past, I live a bunch of, like, friends in my neighborhood. So whenever we walk past, like, someone's house, we'll just, like, start talking about, like fun stuff I did with like them. So yeah, just like memories and stuff like that, and like, or like when we go on trips, like we get like just a bunch of memories. Pretty much, is really what we talk about. Yeah.
You've had a really great high school career, and it's not over yet.
Mhm.
Bad news for some of your opponents, obviously. What are some of the highlights? I mean, you were at JFK, now
Mhm.
you're at Lakeview.
Yeah.
What are some of the highlights, you know, for the last 4 years for you? What are you going to remember for the rest of your life?
I think just like from a sports standpoint or just in general.
In general.
And I think just all the memories I've made with my friends. I mean, we've gone out, always going fishing, from ding dong ditching, doing a bunch of fun stuff, and just messing around. And I think those are memories that I'll just remember for the rest of my life, because like that, like it's just stuff that like is unusual and I won't do again. So
Yeah.
like just stuff like that, just the memories of my friends, is probably the most that means the most to me. Yeah.
You're heading to Mount Union.
Yes, sir.
Excited to play football
Mhm.
for the Raiders. What are some of the things that you're nervous about? I mean, we talked about it earlier. Every senior to freshman is going to have some nerves with it because you're taking a huge step, maybe the biggest step that you've taken in your life. What are some of the things that you're nervous about? What are some of the things you're excited about?
I think I'm most nervous about is learning the playbook, 'cause I know like there's a lot of stuff I'm gonna have to learn pretty quickly. I get adjusting to the schedules because like balancing school. I'm also gonna run track too, so 2 different sports in school is gonna be hard. I think what I'm most excited for is like the opportunities that the school brings and the games that they get to play. And like last year they got to play in the national championship for Division III, and I think that's really sweet. So stuff like that is stuff I'm really excited for.
You're a competitor.
Yes, sir.
Naturally, you're going to be around a lot of guys that are uber talented, just like you. What is the distinct competitive advantage that you feel you have going into college?
I think I just have like a nerve to win. Like I refuse to do like I just refuse to lose when it comes in a sense. So like I do like even when I'm just playing basketball or something with my friends, like I just like I love to win. So it's just like I put everything. So like for example for football, I put everything I have into this. So all summer I'll be working, as soon as track's done, and so stuff like that. I think I'll have a edge on a lot of people coming in just because of my work ethic and how much I love to win.
A lot of people talk about that work ethic. A lot of people are talking about that. That's kind of put you ahead of everybody in your class, so to speak. For you, is there another gear? Is there another level that you can take it to when you don that purple and black to be even better than you were in high school?
Yeah, I think so. Just because like I know the expectations that is going to be held of me when I got there, because like that's one thing I loved about this school is like they hold people to the standard. Like when they send you out the quote unquote offer, they call it an opportunity because you get an opportunity to play for the standard. They say so. I really think that's one of the things that stood out to me about like this culture, and I think that's why I'm going to fit in because I won't let myself fall under the standard and like the expectations.
You went on a numerous amount of visits, college visits, and you landed at Mount Union. What was it about Mount Union that stood out to you, other than the cafeteria? We got to hear this story too.
I think the facilities, like for Division 3, they were outstanding. I mean, my favorite thing was they had like a little ice bath thing, and I love those. So, yeah, that and just like, I thought another thing is just the culture. I mean, like I said, I love to win, and they have a standard there, and they win big games when it matters. So, I think the winning culture and the facilities are one of the big things, and the education, of course, too. I mean, we didn't even get to talk about that. So, like I said, I'm going for sports media, and they mentioned a bunch of like internships straight to the league for like broadcasting and stuff like that, which I think would be awesome and experience that I won't forget. So excited about that.
No, obviously with Mount Union being in Alliance and Canton being so close, there's with the Hall of Fame, there's a lot of opportunities there.
Yeah.
What about sports media kind of piqued your interest? And you know, obviously you're in here today, but what are some of the things that you can see yourself doing down the line?
Well, I always picture myself being hopefully big on TV, like talking about like just watching the games and like talking about them and like giving people an insight of what's going on and stuff like that. Because I really have a big passion for football, and I think what stood out me about sports media is like sometimes when I'm sitting there like with my friends watching like a game at home, I'll do like my own like little commentary, and I had fun doing it. So I was like, maybe if I could took this to a new level and I could make something out of it because I know how much passion I have for football.
Dude, we're so proud of you. We're so excited not only to have you literally physically here in the studio, but to be able to follow you for the past 4 years has been a joy. We're not done yet, even though we're not all over track. Certainly when it starts to be that time of year for state championships and that, we will make sure that your name is in bright, shining lights. Thank you so much for everything that not only that you've done today, but you've done for the last 4 years to help the sports grow here locally, regionally, and especially here on YSN. Ladies and gentlemen, from Lakeview, Thomas Easton. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
So there you have it. Thomas Easton from Lakeview spending some time with us earlier today. Can't thank him enough. His dad, his family for letting him come down and shadow what we do here at YSN. I know it's incredibly important. Sometimes I think people really think that we're legit. Like I think sometimes we're legit. Like very sometimes. Like this much sometimes. Mostly we're just having fun. We're just having a good time. And speaking of having a good time and going from a Bulldog to a Blue Devil at this time, ladies and gentlemen, one of the, I think, premier softball players in the area. I don't think I'm underselling that at all. From McDonald High School, ladies and gentlemen. Whoa, there we go. Screwed up already. Sorry, Aubrey. Aubrey Evans from McDonald. Welcome. Aubrey, for you, I mean, this has got to be a thrill to be able to be labeled as one of the best softball players in the entire area. You've worked really hard to get there. For you to be in the elite, the upper echelon of softball players, what has it been like for you? What has the story been like that you're writing currently? And what is the hard work, the determination, the blood, sweat, and tears? What has that been like along the way for you?
It means a lot to me. I mean, I've pitched basically my whole softball career, starting from when I was like, I think 9-10 years old. I didn't get to pitch a lot last year. There were 2 seniors that were very good with us, but it means a lot this year that I get to come in and take up that spot and fill in their shoes this year.
You talked about it last year as a freshman. You got to watch seniors kind of take the mantle with Bree McCombs and Izzy O'Brien, and they did great things. But when they graduated, you kind of knew this year was going to be your opportunity. Talk about the weeks leading up to the season and the work you put in and how much you look forward to being able to be kind of the ace this year and to have that opportunity to take the circle.
Yeah, I definitely had to work a lot harder this year to try and fill those shoes. I kind of listened and watched last year what Belle and Bree had to say to me, and I kind of knew I was going to be pitching this year a lot more. But I think I kind of just watched them and what they do and how they handle things high school, because it's a lot different from going from travel to high school. It's a lot of different people. So yeah, I think I've practiced really hard to be where I am today.
Were there any surprises along the way this year? You mentioned from travel to varsity. Were there any differences of, okay, maybe you prepared for this in travel and you didn't expect this and had to adjust on the fly?
I definitely am a lot more like sore. I feel like I get tired a lot more easier during high school because we had to play. I mean, this week I think we're playing 5 games in 5 days, so it's a lot more tiring. I think it's a little different for travel because I can prepare myself for the weekend. I have like the whole week off, but it's a little different environment when I have to go in and pitch a couple games a week.
Now, let's talk about these numbers, Aubrey. In the circle, you lead the team in innings pitched. Your ERA is just barely above 1.3, and you have over 100 strikeouts. I mean, you're putting out the numbers, definitely. When did it click? When did you kind of start to feel confident in yourself this year? And when did you start to kind of see yourself, finding that kind of success?
During the scrimmages was a little iffy. I mean, I didn't do too bad. It was just a little stressful coming in, never pitching before for this team. But I think once we started first having a couple of games that we won, we had a little bit of a rough start. But once we started getting the push that we needed to beat some of our league teams and some of our competitors, I feel like that's when things really started to pick up for me and then the rest of my team as well.
Aubrey, if there's one thing that I've learned over the last 8 years, it's the fact that McDonald is a tight-knit network and a group of people that believe in McDonald in whatever capacity it is. You've probably got fans from all ages. For you, do you feel a sense of pride? Do you feel a sense of pressure when you're donning the blue and gold?
Yeah, there's definitely a little bit of pressure. I feel like everybody in the school district knows everybody. We're so small. But I think all of the girls on our team are really uplifting. And I feel like all the fans come to every single one of our games. They always cheer us on throughout everything we do. So yeah, it definitely is a little bit of pressure knowing that everybody knows you and everybody knows what you're trying to accomplish. But I think that is one of the things that helps us get the push that we need.
Aubrey, you might not be an upperclassman because of the numbers you're putting up and because of the position you play. People just look to you for support and for leadership. What's it been like for you to kind of step into that role this year as just a sophomore?
It's been a little bit harder. I feel like I'm pretty quiet person around all of my friends and stuff like that. So I think just me being one of the main pitchers is a little bit more of a leadership thing. And I feel like just being nice to everybody and uplifting everybody in the dugout helps with leadership a lot as well. Because if we get down, then everybody else is going down. And then that's when we start to maybe lose. But when we all get picked up in the dugout, as we can tell, our winning streak was in our league. It's a lot better now that we started to get a lot of more motivation for these games.
Leadership a lot of times is outside of your comfort zone, and that's just as a leader in general. So, as you are in the circle and you're dominating and you're leading by example, what other parts of leadership maybe were uncomfortable to you and you've had to push yourself either publicly or privately in order to do that, to be someone who your team needs at whatever given moment that may be?
I think the thing I can think of the most is talking to my coaches about my pitches and stuff like that. I feel like beforehand, I wouldn't call off pitches that I didn't want to throw. I feel like I have to be kind of in charge of what I want to throw. And my catcher as well, if she realizes that a hitter is doing something and I don't pick up on it, she can tell me and I can tell her the same thing. I feel like that is just one of the things that I also have to realize.
You've been playing this game for a while, Aubrey. What are some of your first memories of picking up a softball and playing?
Some of my first memories that I think of, my dad coached my team forever when I was younger. Throughout a couple years of travel when I used to play, and then a little bit of rec. Those are from some of my first memories from when I first started to pitch with all my friends from McDonald before we kind of branched off. But it's really just my dad coaching me a lot when I was younger. He still comes to every single one of my games. He no longer coaches me, but that's one of the memories I can think of.
What's some advice maybe of players of the next generation that are following you up, whether they be boys or girls, playing a diamond sport that you'd give to, advice that you'd give to them about growing up and appreciating the game or playing it hard or, just any little piece that maybe you wish someone gave you when you were on your way up?
I think the piece of advice that most coaches that have coached me have given me is to not get down on yourself. I tend to do that a lot, but I have really nice coaches now, and they remind me of that constantly, because when we all start to get down on ourselves, it just doesn't end up well at all. So we all just need to lift each other up.
Aubrey, I had a chance to have a nice conversation with Coach Titus after one of your games about the confidence that she has in you in the circle. Talk about what that does for you when you have a coaching staff that really believes that you're the one that's going to get them home in the circle. Does that help you build your own confidence in yourself?
Yeah, that helps me build a lot of confidence. I feel like she talks to me a lot about my pitches. She makes me work and practice a lot, but it helps in the end of whether she wants me to throw this game, and just different things she wants me to throw. She helps a lot with calling my pitches, and so do the other coaches too. But Michelle does a lot of work for me and the catcher, and she scouts a lot for teams. She tries to see what different hitters are in the lineup are going to do, and I feel like that helps me so I don't have to do it myself, and she can just tell me and know what pitches to call for certain batters.
Aubrey, off the field, what kind of things do you like to get stirred up in? What gets you excited? And I guess outside of getting in trouble, what things do you like to do?
I don't know. I like to hang out with my friends a lot. Our softball team, even like when we're not playing, we hang out like almost every day. Like we're all just really close. But yeah, if I'm not playing softball, I'm probably either hanging out with my friends or like sleeping.
Sleeping. There it is.
Aubrey, what's the go-to hangout for the softball team? Is it a restaurant? Is it someone's house? Where do you guys like to spend your time?
We go to Calvera's, the Mexican restaurant, a lot. But like honestly, we just go to a bunch of like ice cream shops and anything that's around the field that we're playing around.
What are some of your favorite softball memories so far with McDonald?
One of my favorites, I like doing Patrons Day when we all get to walk around to each house and we all get to drive around and then we all get food after. I feel like that's really fun. But just like every single day that we're hanging out, we always it's almost never that we don't go out after games and get something to eat, especially after a win.
What's your favorite post game meal? Like, you get a big win. How are you celebrating with the food?
I usually make my dad give me Chipotle.
It was Dairy Queen when I was younger. Nobody gets Dairy Queen after winning anymore.
Sometimes, yeah.
Guys get $30 burritos. Forget the ice cream.
Yeah.
For you, I mean, it's got to be incredibly humbling to see these young girls that want to be in your shoes someday. Do you remember being that young, and who did you look up to on your way up?
I think the person I look up to the most, I used to pitch with former McDonald pitcher Bree Callow when I was like pretty 9-10 years old. She used to go to the same pitching coach as me and pitch next to me, and I knew she pitched for McDonald, and some of her sisters still go here, so I knew who she was. I think that's one of the people I looked up to the most because she was right next to me and she was throwing so hard, and I wanted to be like that one day.
Through your high school years, especially this year, have you ever reached out to Bree and asked her for some advice about being, the varsity pitcher at McDonald?
I've talked to her dad before. Her and my dad are friends, and he's given me a lot of advice of how to practice and like one of the things I think he told us was for my like pitching snaps, just to do them every single day, even if you're not pitching, to get used to, even if like I know I pitch mostly every day, but just to get the feel of things. I think some of those like kinds of advice help a lot.
My last question for you: you talk about the support system that you have across the board. Who has made you the great character young lady that you are today?
I think mostly for softball, I think it was my dad. He like drives me to every single pitching practice, every single practice that I have. He helps me with whatever. He's been like catching at pitching practice for me for like, I think like 6 years or something like that. So if I don't remember how to do something or I'm doing something wrong in a game, he goes and tells me, and which is helpful because I don't have a pitching coach there to tell me. But I feel like he's really helped me improve a lot. And yeah, that's
Aubrey, my final question for you is just a fun one. I want to know if you had a chance to pitch against the baseball team, would you take it? Would you try to take those hitters on the baseball team? See if they could hit your stuff.
I don't know about just any baseball team. Maybe McDonald's.
Yeah. I was talking about your baseball team.
Yeah, yeah. They're some of them are kind of cocky, so maybe.
I love it.
Targets on baseball team. Aubrey wants a piece. Aubrey, I can't thank you enough. We can't thank you enough for taking out some time. I know we got you out of class, so you're welcome for that. But we're thankful for the time you were able to spend with us. We're a big fan. Keep doing great things and leading by example. We're proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You got it. Ladies and gentlemen, Aubrey Evans. Thank you, Aubrey. Appreciate you doing special things, Ant.
Yeah,
doing special things in that circle.
You look what she's able to do, not just in the circle. I mean, she leads her team in every pitching category, innings pitched, strikeouts, ERA, but she's also leading the team offensively with 425 batting average, 11 RBIs. Those are both team leads. So she's kind of taken the leadership, at least numbers wise, on her shoulders, and really carried this McDonald team on this win streak they're on right now in the conference. They have a big one coming up on Thursday. They're hosting Mineral Ridge for their second game of the season against them, but the first one was way back early. So McDonald, things are looking up. That's going to be a big game for them. They're trying to even things up with Ridge and give the Rams their first conference loss.
It's going to be a big one. We going to be there?
At McDonald, we'll see. I haven't scheduled that far ahead yet.
Oh.
Well, I might be able
here,
to.
We're like, hey, 2 weeks out.
Might be able to swing McDonald. That might be close enough to get to. My mom gets off work. We'll see.
There you go.
I think so. I'd love to be there.
Speaking of greatness, we had a great event yesterday. We've been talking about it for months here on YSN. Curbstone Coaches, we do the Catching the Curb with Bob Camardo, Tom Miller, every month, once a month. And we always talk about this Curbstone Coaches Hall of Fame induction, Hall of Fame banquet. Yesterday was the day. And we had our very own general manager, Steve Leslie, who was inducted. So very proud. All of us here at YSN, so incredibly proud of what Steve has done, not only during his YSN tenure here, and he has so much more up his sleeve there, but what he's done during his just athletic career, both as a player, as a coach, as an administrator. There was a lot of, Coach Pavlansky was in there last night. The head coach for the YSU bowling team was inducted last night. It was a who's who of people. Some great writers, John Butera, big contributor there last night. And with all due respect to all of those gentlemen, which they are all just elite, I was incredibly proud of our general manager, the speech that he gave, the way that he presented it, and just continue to kind of shine a light on everybody else, which is what Steve Leslie does and what Steve Leslie does best. So without further ado, I wanted to make it for those who couldn't make it, because it was during a Sunday, and it's all, those things are always tough to get to, given, this time of year. Ladies and gentlemen, we wanted to give you a little piece of what Steve Leslie was able to lay down yesterday, or last evening, if you will, during the Curbstone Coaches Hall of Fame induction. So without further ado, here is the speech of newly Hall of Fame Steve Leslie.
Good evening. Thank you. Just a couple quick thank yous as I get started here. I want to thank the Curbstone coaches, the committee, all that you do to make all of us feel very special. It's truly something that I will never forget, no doubt, and it's because of the hard work of the Curbstone coaches. Bob Camardo, I thank you. But I have to give a special shout out. I'm sure a lot of these guys that I'm going in as an inductee with, Tom Miller, I cannot thank you enough. He's become a friend. He's been that guy that's been there for all of us with questions, and I'm sure many of us have had a question throughout the time. So salute to you, Tom, with all you do, and I thank you. I want to thank the Reese family. I know Mr. and Mrs. Reese are over there. Danny and Eddie are over there. Thank you for this wonderful sponsorship. And you want to talk about one of the best families in our area, it's the Reese family. So shout out to you guys. And last but not least, Greg Goulas has been that guy for me since I was a young kid and has helped me through tough times, has helped me with things. And the way he writes about all of us, Greg, I thank you. You know, this is a big honor. I've said it before. It's something that humbles you. The first guy I want to thank is DJ Yoakley, my sponsor. If you know DJ Yoakley, he is from East Palestine. He started Your Sports Network 8 years ago and asked me to be his general manager, and we've become best friends ever since. I told him flat out I thought he was nuts, that you can't cover that many sports and do that many interviews and do those things that he does. But we continue to get bigger, we continue to get better, and I'm honored, DJ, to be your GM, and I thank you for a great night. I have to thank my mother. Wow, she's been with me a long, long time. She's followed all my dreams. She's been every step of the way with me through the good times and the bad, and I'm glad that she could be here tonight. So, Mom, I love to thank you for all you do. You want to talk about being humbling? When you could get to walk up with your 2 kids, to be escorted, I know it was your brother, Daniel and Grace, you're both my heroes. And I say that sincerely, that what an honor it was to walk up with you two, and Mr. Pruitt said, chase your dreams. I get a chance to sit back and chase your dreams. I'm proud of both of you, and I love you and chase those dreams. And my daughter-in-law here, Savannah, got married to Daniel last September, right here in this very building. So I am glad that she's here. My sister is here with my niece Brooke in from Akron, and I appreciate them coming in today. And I have some cousins and some friends here that I appreciate. But I also want to thank Jen Zetz. She's my better half. She's made me a better person the last 5.5 years. So Jen, thanks for all of your love and support. You can't do it without friends. I have a group of friends back there that have come supported me. I have a lot of friends who I haven't seen in many years that I was able to see today. So I appreciate all of you being here and a part of this special day for me. You know, when I look back, you have to realize how lucky you are to have models and have people be a part of your family. And when you say Cardinal Mooney, there isn't a better man than the man I went back into this Hall of Fame with, than a Tony Kajemi that I played baseball for, than a Don Butchie, than a Roy Nard, than a Ron Stoops. Those guys, at their ages, when they were coaching of all of us, put their families and their lives on hold to coach all of us. And that left a huge, huge impact on me, no doubt. And Coach, I just wanted to say thank you for all that you have done, not only for me, but a lot of Mooney guys are in here tonight, and so happy to be a part of this with you, so thank you. You know, I started baseball at a young age. I played, and there was a man that met me. I was 15 years old. It was Bob Seen Sr., and was a father figure to me, and was someone that thought a lot of me and helped me and made me become the man I am today, through baseball, to run his organization, to be a head coach, to do all those things, to give me my job at the county engineers, to help me build my lifestyle that I'm proud of. So I owe Bob Seen Sr. a lot of gratitude and thanks, and that goes along with the rest of the Seen family. The late Bob Seen Jr. obviously passed away at a young age, and that was a tough loss. And I go back now, and Paul Seen and Paul Seen Jr. and Ryan Seen, those guys continue the traditions that their grandpa and their father had at a young age. So Astro Falcons has truly meant a lot to me. Youngstown Ursuline. I know, Bob, you said this. It's hard to believe that I coached at both places and had a lot of great relationships at both places. When I think of the Ursuline days, and I know Viva will talk about this, Jim Mon, Pat Fleming, Jim Vivo. I became the head coach when I think Viva was a couple years you had been in. I know some of your players are here. Lewis is here. I was able to coach him and Delbert. I will say I've watched a lot of good running backs and running back performances. You will never see a performance like Delbert Ferguson, what he did when Jimmy won the state championship. So Youngstown Ursuline has a lot of great memories for me, no doubt. And it's something that I'm very proud to say. I coached both at Cardinal Mooney and Youngstown Ursuline. So I thank them very much. Then I got involved in Youngstown Class B. And there's a group of guys at the back table there that are friends to me, our families, our family members to me. It's an organization that I think the world of. I stepped away from the past year, and that I miss dearly, but I know that things are in great hands in Youngstown Class B, and you value the meaning of true friends. When your friends can be here and be a part of this with you, they're all here tonight, so shout out to all you guys and thank you very much. My work friends are the same way, they're back there. You know, it's guys, the Joe Savkos, Mike Patrones, Gary Valkos, Dan Dudley, Greg Koniak. Those are guys that were great athletes that someday, hopefully, will be up here too. But I thank you guys for taking time out of your day and being here. And certainly last but not least, Youngstown State coach, to win a natty. I love it. That was one of the more exciting things I've watched, to win a national championship, and Coach Corby to go in this Hall of Fame with you guys. Congrats to you and those great girls that represented our valley so very well. Ron Strollo is here. Doug Phillips is here. Tommy Morell is here. Joe Fantos here. Youngstown State has become my family that I'm proud to be a part of. And I owe those guys a lot of gratitude. They give me a lot of confidence in myself and gave me the opportunity to do things that I never thought I could do. And I owe you guys that, how sincere it is and how humbling it is for me to be a part of Youngstown State's family, whether it be basketball games, football games, you name it. But I'm thrilled to be a Penguin. I'm going to close with something. How many guys like listening, or women like listening to Youngstown State football? Okay, so I was a young man in the 90s when we were winning national championship. Ron was playing. I was that guy that always had the headset on and wanted to listen to this Bob Hannon and listen to him do things and continue to do those things. And then YSU hired me, and I think the first year I became in charge of the visitors' locker room. Make sure the visitors are all right. I always did that. But when the game started, those headphones have to go on because I want to hear what Bob Hannon has to say. The next year, the same way. Well, 8 years ago, and Mr. Pruitt, you said this, dreams do come true. I was given the opportunity to be the color analyst for Youngstown State football. And I didn't really know if I was going to be able to do this, but I jumped right in, and I love every second of it. But how I want to end this, Bob Hannon, salute to you, my friend. How lucky are we to have the best FCS play-by-play guy going for his 37th year? That truly is amazing, and he tells me I think I have the longest tenure, correct? So I think we're doing something right. And Coach Phillips has this right on track. So again, a very humbling night for me, very thankful night, and proud to go into such a great organization. I'm proud to be one of the newest members of the Curbstone Coaches. Thank you, and God bless.
So there you have it. Steve Leslie, one of the newest members, one of the 12 newest members of the Curbstone Coaches Hall of Fame. Congrats, buddy. Congrats. One of our own. We're so excited. So proud. Proud. What a great organization, the Curbstone Coaches. And, it's interesting because everybody thinks that it's all about what you've done. And they see this as kind of the bookend, right? Of a great career, there are so many people that are part of the Curbstone Coaches that are still doing amazing things after they're inducted into the Hall of Fame. And I think that's one of the things that people need to realize. And they talk about it. Bob Camardo, Tom Miller talk about it each and every time they're on our show. And they sit there and they say, listen, this isn't just for old people. We want to get, a shot of youth back into this. And we're trying everything we possibly can. And I know it's tough. Mondays at noon or Mondays at 11, very challenging during a work week, and trying to get that particular demographic to come out is a challenge. But what I'm going to tell you is the stories, the conversations that happen at these meetings, at these banquets. You saw Steve knocked it out of the park. I mean, I don't think that there's one thing that he could have done better during that entire speech. When he thanked his mom, again, we talked to Steve last week. One of the toughest things that he's battled over the last couple months with prostate cancer. And for everything, God works in incredible and mysterious ways. And he's never wrong. He never makes a mistake. And to have Steve in that moment, not even mention what he's gone through, but the people that have gone through it with him, awesome. Just absolutely awesome. And there were so many of those, 12, as a matter of fact, last night that we got to see. And congratulations to all the new members of the Curbstone Coaches Hall of Fame class of 2025. All right, Ant. It is time to say thank you, number one, to our sponsors, both Greenwood Chevrolet and Toyota of, almost coughed, Warren. There was like a cough and a sneeze happening, and I was like, I don't know which one's coming first. So Greg Greenwood, the great folks over at Greenwood Chevrolet, we can't thank you enough for all that you do and allowing us to do this each and every day. Anthony, what say you?
Yeah, Greenwood Chevrolet, they go the extra mile for you. And a special place in my heart, of course, because they were the sponsors of my show before we came together for YSN Live. So I've been talking up Greenwood Chevrolet for the last 2.5, 3 years now. And this is no different. Tire Safety Week is this week. So here are some things you got to look for tire safety. You got to look for proper maintenance, which is better fuel efficiency and safer which leads to better fuel efficiency and safer driver and longer life. New tires have a tread depth of 10 and 32 inches to 11 and 32 inches. So if you're measuring your tires and you want to make sure your tread widths are that big, if they're not, head on the Greenwood Chevrolet. They'll take care of you. And you also want to make sure you replace your tires every 6 years, no matter what the tread looks like. So 6 year is a good tire life. So if your tires are more than 6 years old, you might want to get down to Greenwood Chevrolet and check out what they can get for you. They can get you brand new tires, Tire Care Week. Get on down to Greenwood Chevrolet in Austin Town. They go the extra mile for you. We try to do the same here on this show every day.
Hey, we're not just a sports show, informational show, learning things, educational show. We're learning things today. I had no idea about tire, whatever you just said. No clue. No clue. Like, what was the numbers on that?
The tread width have to be 10 and 32 inches, or to 11 and 32. So 10 to 11.
I thought it
Almost
was like on a penny. It had to be like you put the penny in there, and like Abraham Lincoln's head. Like that's good tread depth.
Maybe it's centimeters. Might make more sense.
I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I like
You know,
my car.
Greenwood
I like my
Chevrolet
truck.
knows, so you can go ask
They
them.
know.
No,
Don't ask us.
Don't ask us.
Well, we don't know.
We're just reading.
You want to talk about sports? We know. You want to talk about other stuff? Probably not. Even sports sometimes. A little shaky, little turbulent. Well, hey, to each their own. To each their own. And if we don't know, we'll look it up. But you know what you don't have to look up? You don't have to look up. Hang on. I got to get this. Here we go. Ready?
Oh, man.
You know what you don't have to look up? You don't have to look up where to go find your favorite Toyota because it's real simple. And I'm going to lay it out for you. It's right down the road. It's a Toyota of Warren. And, man, if you're going to the Scrappers game this summer, you're going to run right past it. You take that little right over there, right next to, I think it's GFS, right, not too far from the get-go over in Niles. Dude, just go to Toyota of Warren. Check it out. My buddy Tino, he's going to hook you up. There's no doubt about that. And if you're worried about financing, you're worried about the money, the cashola that's going to come out of your pocket, you need to talk to my buddy Jimmy. Jimmy Wilson is going to hook you up. He's going to make sure that you can get something that you can afford, something you're proud of, something you're rolling up, and people are going to go, what? They're going to turn those heads because that's what they do at Toyota of Warren. They make sure that you're comfortable and they got something, a sweet ride, just waiting for you. Something that just makes people go, what? Come on, Ian. That's where you, what?
I didn't know if you wanted me to talk off camera, if that was this voice off the distance. What?
Hey, wait to help
I
out.
just didn't want to step on.
Appreciate
I didn't want to step on your toes. I'm sorry.
it.
Did not get the
One,
memo.
2, 3.
What?
There it is. Okay, so now this is called a promo. We're cutting a promo here for Toyota of Warren. So if you're in the need for a new or used vehicle, you need to go check out our friends over at Toyota of Warren, and don't forget our friends over at Greenwood Chevrolet. They're the ones that make shows like this possible for you and all of yours. And also, don't forget the games that we have each and every night here on YSN. They're big contributors, big sponsors, big advertisers, and they make it just able to happen here at YSN. So thank you to Toyota of Warren. Thank you to Greenwood Chevrolet for their continued sponsorship, which we've had seemingly forever here on the network. Also, someone we should probably shout out, Joe Dickey Electric, and they Daily Sparks that we're able to put out because they are everything electrical, Anthony. I didn't know if you knew that. Everything electrical, and they're available 24/7, 365 at DickeyElectric.com.
Did you say everything electrical?
Anything and everything electrical. We just upgraded them.
Did you freeze? I think DJ froze. So I'll go on with my spark today, which is the tournament draw for softball was yesterday. So we have brackets out for softball, divisions 1 through 7. YSN has one team in Division 1. I looked, no teams in Division 2, and then the rest are in Division 3 through 7. We'll probably talk about the brackets and postseason as it gets a little bit closer here on the show. But if you're interested in checking out the tournament brackets ahead of time, you can go over to the Northeast District database. Just Google NEDAB and find your division, find your district, and you can see what your team's path to a district championship looks like. I'm excited. Postseason softball coming soon. I was like, I don't know. I saw you move while I was talking, so I was like, did he
Dang
refreeze?
it. I didn't think you'd see it. I thought you were focused in on your camera, and I'd be able to be like, yeah, I'm not frozen. I wasn't frozen the entire time. I just wanted to see what you would do.
No,
All
wait,
fun
were
and
you
games.
frozen the first time though?
No,
Were you
not at
messing
all.
with
I
me?
wasn't frozen
Okay.
at all.
You were messing. Okay, got it.
Messing with you the entire time. My spark is, every time that there's the tough spot seemingly in communities, and this, Anthony, has been since the beginning of what we've done here at YSN.
Mhm.
We've seen Girard come together for families. We've seen East Palestine come together. We've seen so many communities come together and rally around each other. The thing that I love the most, and it's not even a close call, is the way that sports brings people together. And yesterday was no different. You saw coaches from all over. You saw athletic directors from all over coming to support Donnie Farron from South Range. I know how much it touched his heart. And I just being there and kind of looking around the room and seeing the faces and the names and the people and student athletes and coaches and from all over, from all walks of life, from all different communities. Still one of the coolest things that there is about not even putting us in the limelight, but seeing those connections. I know Columbiana was there yesterday. The coaching staff was there.
Yep.
I know Poland was there yesterday. So many other ones were there yesterday.
Boardman, I saw Hamilton there, and
Hammer was
Coach
there.
Moots was there, so
I didn't see Mootsie. I must have missed
he was
him.
there after you left, but he
Okay.
stopped by. I think the Girard volleyball coach was there. So we had
It's incredible.
You impact people, even if they're not for your school. You the way that Donnie Farron conducts himself, and he obviously has to deal with all the athletic directors that are on his schedule. The way that he kind of goes about his job, I think, earns the respect of everyone else in the area.
Hey, we got real quick. I'm going to bring her in. Come on in. Come on. Anna A is here.
Yes.
For something different. I mean, she just wants to say hi. How cool was yesterday for Coach Farron?
It was really nice. I mean, it was so nice. I mean, there were a lot of people there, and like the food was really good too, and it was really nice to do.
Anna A, one of the GOATs of all time, right here on the network. She's here for a towel, and she's probably going to kill me. So if I disappear, look for Anna A. Okay, look for Anna A. And if you can't get her, look for Will Gehring.
Look for Will Gehring.
He's the bruiser. That's going to do it for our show today. We'll step aside. Hey, what do you say we do this again tomorrow, Ant?
Yeah, we'll do it right again tomorrow, buddy.
Same time, same place, right here on YSN. We'll see you next time, folks. YSN thanks you for watching this presentation of Your Sports Network. For stories, stats, and more, go to ysnlive.com.